Hi everyone, this is Amanda. Sorry that it's taken me so long to finally make a video again. I have been super busy teaching a lot of students and preparing them for the IELTS test, and I've also been studying 2 languages on top of that, so I'm sure you can understand why it has taken me so long to come up with another video, but finally here we are. So let's begin the presentation. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Amanda Lynn. I'm from utalkly.com, where you can learn to talk fluently. And today we're going to talk about idioms. Now, idioms are really important if you're learning English and a lot of other languages too. And there are 3 key reasons why you want to know idioms. So, first of all, native English speakers use idioms all the time. Just all the time when they're talking. They don't even really think about it. It's just a natural part of everyday English. So it's really important to learn idioms in order to understand native speakers. And the second point is that idioms are requirements to get high scores in vocabulary. Like, for example, in the IELTS test, the only way to get a 7 or above in speaking for the vocabulary criteria is that you have to have idioms. You have to use idioms when you're speaking. So that is critical. That's very important. And the third reason is so that you can sound more natural when you speak English by using idioms. So let's look at the idioms that we have today. So we're going to look at idioms for different situations, and I chose these idioms because these idioms are idioms you can use to talk about a lot of situations, so they're really helpful. And you can see the list here. It's get away and clear my thoughts, gather my thoughts, going downhill, are looking up, was no walk in the park, and give it my all. Now, if you don't understand some of these, don't worry, because this is what we're going to talk about today in our lesson. So the first one is get away to clear my thoughts. I love this idiom, and in fact, that is what I'm going to do tomorrow. So let's say a native speaker says, I need to get away and clear my thoughts for a while. Well, what are they saying? What do they mean exactly by that? So get away means to leave the situation, maybe to get away from work, or get away from family, or get away from really anything in life, to leave for a while. It could be maybe go on a vacation or have time off. So get away is to leave something for just temporarily, just for a little bit. And clear my mind or clear my thoughts, this means to stop thinking about everything and just relax. So, in our daily life, we have so much to think about, and there are a lot of challenges that we face, and there's a lot of stress in our lives sometimes, and all of this we think about. We think about this on almost every day, like on a daily basis. So to clear your mind or your thoughts is to stop thinking about all of the things. If you're studying, or if you're working, or if you have responsibilities, you stop thinking about all of that and you just relax and let your mind just calm down. So we have an example sentence at the bottom here. It was really nice to get away for a while and clear my mind. So this person probably went on vacation somewhere And that was really good for them because then they didn't have to think about work or any other responsibilities for a while. And I think we all need that sometimes. So the next one is gather my thoughts. And our example sentence is, I was so surprised at the terrible news, and I needed time to gather my thoughts. So you can see the meaning is kind of negative from the example sentence here, because we're talking about the terrible news. And gather my thoughts or collect my thoughts means to calm down, usually after a very stressful situation. Maybe you got bad news at work, or maybe there was a major problem at work. So you needed to calm down a little bit after that. And you have to think about the situation. So you have to prepare yourself for a conversation or to make a decision after this surprise, this negative surprise. So gather my thoughts or collect my thoughts means to just maybe leave the room or leave the situation for a little bit. You need time to think about what just happened and calm yourself down and create a strategy for how you will approach the situation or what you will say or what you will do. And sometimes that happens. So the formal way to say gather my thoughts or collect my thoughts is compose myself. This has a slightly different meaning. So to lose your composure would be to maybe cry or look really stressed, you know. Compose myself would be after maybe you cried or you looked really stressed or you looked really angry, you calm down and, you know, kind of make yourself look better and normal again. So you can see the meaning is a little bit different, but it's a little similar. So an example sentence here is, I had to collect my thoughts before the meeting. So you were surprised by maybe too much information. You got too much information, so you needed time to think about everything before you go into the meeting. All right, so that's gather my thoughts. The next one is going downhill. And let's say a native speaker says, things were all going downhill. Going downhill means something is getting worse or a situation is getting worse. So things are going downhill. And that's generally what it means. So the example sentence here is, that is when things really started going downhill. So you can be talking about a past experience that you had, and after that experience, things started to get worse. This could be a life experience, this could be at work, this could be maybe a bad holiday, maybe you had a problem at the airport, and it just continued to get worse. So things really went downhill. All right. Next is things are looking up. This is the exact opposite. So let's say, for example, someone says, we had a lot of problems before, but now things are looking up. So looking up means getting better. Things are getting better. And I have an example sentence here. Things started looking up. So this is in the past, started. Things started looking up, and now we are really happy about how everything turned out in the end. So we're happy about what happened at the end of this situation. So yeah, things started looking up, meaning things started getting better. You know, I have been working really hard lately, and I love my work, I enjoy my work, but you can get tired, and sometimes you can feel a little burnt out. So I can say that things are looking up. I've been working really hard, but I'm going on holiday soon. So things are getting better. Yay. Next, it was no walk in the park. So let's say, for example, someone says, it was no walk in the park, but I managed to pass the test. Now, what do they mean? They're not walking in the park? No, no. It is no walk in the park means that it was really difficult or really hard. So it wasn't easy. You know, walking in the park is easy, right? It's enjoyable. This was not easy. It was not enjoyable. So, for example, we have getting a 7 on the IELTS test is no walk in the park. It is really hard to get a 7. If you don't know about the IELTS test or you've never taken the test before, a 7 is a pretty high score. So for most people, getting a 7 is not easy. It is really hard. So getting a 7 on the IELTS test is no walk in the park. And the next one, give it my all. I love this idiom. Going to university in another country is going to be hard, but I'm going to give it my all. Give it my all means I'm going to do my best. So do your best at what you do. You know, give 100% and give it your all. So if you want to give someone advice on something really challenging that they're going to do, you can say, give it your all. You know, keep working hard. Do your best. All right, so thank you so much for getting to the end of my video. Keep studying English and give it your all. If you think this video was helpful, please subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much. If you have any questions or if you would like to practice these idioms, you can post your comments below. And I look forward to seeing your comments and talk to you next time. Bye!